Sports consultant and mentor. Today's conversation is very short and simple, and it's kind of eye opening when you think about what we eat. It's about nutrition. So, I just recently have been in a space where educating myself on food has been really important, understanding what food does to the body, and just really seeing where the wrongs and rights are within a lot of things that we're being taught. So, my wife is a registered dietitian, and she understands a lot of the basics of food and also all the advanced pieces of food and how it works, and understands that our food isn't really the way that it can be for our best and optimal performance levels, right? So I just had a thing called microgreens, right? And microgreens basically is the when spinach or vegetables grow, it first sprouts. And when it first sprouts, it is the most pure, the most dense and potent when it comes to its vitamins and nutrients. And I did not know how high this level was. So I'm going to show you what I used to eat and what you probably eat and then what you should be eating, right? And you know what? I don't want to use the word should because there's so many things. Mind you, I am not a professional in anything around food. I'm just voicing my things and research that I've seen. Do your own research and hire your own registered dietitian to make sure that you're doing everything optimal. Okay. So I'm not going to go into this full story of my performance when I was younger. That's in a different video. But I didn't perform well on weekends, mainly because I ate the foods that I felt that were the best foods for me at the time, but they weren't. Okay, so let's show you a quick little slide. This is going to be Cheetos versus microgreens. And just so you guys can understand what I'm talking about, these are Cheetos. These are the Cheetos that you guys are used to. They're good. They're cheesy, right? These are, Takis, all the other ones, all the chips we normally eat, Doritos, Lay's, etc. This is normal, and normally we would eat these. Okay, microgreens are these. They may not look familiar to you. It's okay if they don't. If they do, it's good. But in this actual picture I'm showing you, there's so many vitamins, minerals, nutrients your body needs, and in this, there's just calories, right? Many people are focused only on calories versus vitamins and nutrients and minerals that we need. When we're talking about calories, then we're trying to meet these thresholds. Our body needs so many calories to operate, kind of like gas, right? We need gas and fuel, so we put calories into our body. But when we talk about microgreens and vegetables, now it's like, yes, we're putting calories in. However, instead of putting in just any gas, we're putting in 91 octane. We're putting in the best type of gas, the best type of fuel that our body can work within, right? So let's go into this quick little side by side comparison. Okay, I'm going to come over here, but to the left, there is a 3.5 ounce bag of Cheetos and the nutritional value between that, right? Okay, so the calories is about 536 calories. Even though the bag itself, it has a picture that says 170 calories. They trick you in reading this. Whenever you read the calories or the bag, it has calories, right? But you also have to look at how many serving sizes? What is one serving? Typically, it's 15 chips or 17 chips. Well, how many chips are in the bag? If it's 5 times that, that means if you eat the whole bag in one sitting, you're eating 170 times 5 or whatever the amount is. I'm not sure specifically. But if you eat 100 grams of chips, right, 3.5 ounces, it's going to be 536 calories. Then from there, you see protein. There's 7 grams of protein. You could say, well, there's protein in there. It's good, right? Then from there, there's 56 grams of carbohydrates. Then of those carbohydrates, 2 grams are sugar, as in sugar, processed sugar. The rest is just carbohydrates, which is, they're basically the same thing. However, One is like the actual processed sugar. The other one is just carbohydrates our body use as fuel. Okay. Fiber is going to be 2.9 grams. Fiber is basically what helps clean out our intestines. It helps, cleanse our intestines, basically. It's what we need. Okay. Let me move this out the way. And then from there, we have total grams of fat, 33 grams of fat. Just let that kind of settle. Okay. And then we have the saturated fat. Again, there's different types of fat. There's good and bad. These ones are bad. Then you have the sodium. This is physically just salt. There's 957 grams of sodium. That's a lot. Not grams, milligrams. Okay. If you were just to measure that out, I'll do that maybe another video. If you were to measure that out, you would see how much actual salt that is. Okay, it's a lot. Then you have your vitamin A, vitamin C, and K. No vitamins there at all. Calcium is 130 milligrams. Then you have your iron, which is good for your body, right? 1.4 milligrams. Okay, so the next actual column is going to be the daily value. What that means is based on a 2,000 calorie diet, you have certain expectancies, right? You're expected to eat so many calories from fat, expected to eat so many calories from protein, etc. So when it says a percent, it's basing it off of 2,000 calories. You may probably eat way more than 2,000 calories because you're an athlete. However, if you just ate 2,000 calories, this is the basic numbers that it's talking about. So 27% of your calories come from this one bag of chips that you ate. That's basically a third. If you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, well, then eating this bag of chips is your breakfast, right? Which sounds like a lot, which is why when you eat chips, you're not hungry for a while. Okay. Protein, it's about 14% of the protein you need for your body for the day. Fiber, 19%. Carbohydrates, 19%. Fiber is at 12. Okay, saturated fat, you've already hit halfway for your overall fat for the rest of the day. That's already a lot there. Okay. What else we have here? Sodium, 40% of the day. And then from there, you have zeros across the board. Calcium, you're at 13%. Iron's at 8%. Okay. Now let me move me over. Can't do that. So that's not working. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep myself there. I think we see it. All right. So now when it comes to microgreens, these specific microgreens are kale. Okay. So if you have 3 ounces of kale, which is like like a handful. Okay. A big bag of chips versus a handful of microgreens. In there is going to be 30 calories, which is literally nothing, right? If you eat slow enough, you can actually burn more calories eating these. Okay. Then you have 4.2 grams of protein, which is about half of the chips itself. Then you look at your, where am I at? Carbohydrates, about 4 grams there. So you're significantly lower when it comes to the carbohydrates. Dietary fiber, it's less, okay, 1.8. And then you have your sugars, which I don't know why it says 0.6, but there's still some sugar in there. A little bit of fat. Where am I at? Okay, so when the fat comes in, it's 0.6 grams of fat. But you see there's basically no calories here, right? Nothing really dense. But then let's go ahead and go down to vitamin A. 5. What am I looking at? Check that. I'm not looking at this correctly. Excuse me for looking at this sideways. Okay, 1%. I'm thinking that's 100%. Okay, so when it comes to your vitamin A, it's at 5,256 UI. IU. I don't know what that means, so I'm not even going to try to explain that. But it's 100% of what you need. You're getting 100% of your vitamin A. Vitamin A, don't know what that is. So Google it. I don't want to speak and be incorrect on these, but you're getting 100% of your vitamin A. So it's like you took a full vitamin, right? 100% is in there, all because you ate that. Then you're looking at 50% of your vitamin C. Vitamin C would be like your oranges, things like that. Vitamin C is good for you, helps your immune system. Okay. You're at 50% of that just by eating 3 ounces of these greens. Then you're looking at vitamin K, which I believe is good for your skin or something like that. I probably should do some research on this, but I didn't. But vitamin K, you're looking at 246 mcgs. Don't know what that is, but 300%. So literally by eating these microgreens, it's basically like you're eating a multivitamin. And even multivitamins, if you were to compare this to a multivitamin, it's still shy. This is actually packed with so much more. Okay. And then you have your calcium, which is at 12%. So when you look at the calcium, it's half and half. Okay. I'm not half and half. It's the same numbers when it comes to the calories. So what I'm getting at is by showing this, hopefully you've looked it up. What I'm getting at is these vegetables that you're looking for to feed your body are going to feed your cells and everything internally. It's going to fill and make sure that your body's working how it should be. When it comes to the calories, that's where you're looking to eat your whole grain, your sandwiches, things like that. But by eating your greens, you're actually eating all the vitamins and minerals that your body needs to operate at its best ability. So I'm not going to tell you what to eat and what not to eat. But what I will say is when you are eating, if you introduce vegetables prior to what you eat normally, you're going to find that your body's going to be more receptive and work a lot better. If you do your research and look up microgreens and see the impact that they have on the body, it's tremendous. Okay. I believe it's 3 ounces or 2 ounces. 2 ounces of microgreens is equivalent because I had 2 ounces of, did I have two? I'm gonna say two. If I'm wrong, maybe it's one, between 1 and 2. I had 2 ounces of broccoli microgreens yesterday, just like a little, like this big of a size, right? Just ate that. Took me about 15 seconds to chew. That is equivalent to 1.5 pounds of raw broccoli. It's packed with nutrients. If you were to eat the king size or the share size M&Ms, it's easy to easily eat that. Just pop it in, you realize you're done, like, oh man, I'm done. In that situation, you've eaten not all, I can't exaggerate, but you've eaten a lot of sugar. You've eaten a lot of things that aren't as beneficial for your body and a lot of calories there. Versus this is going to give you everything you need. I know I'm talking in circles. I get it. It's just so important for you to look at microgreens. They're super easy. They're very beneficial for your body. If you just add in microgreens, or if you're afraid of that, if you just simply add in a salad before you eat any of your meals, you're going to be in a great place. Your body is thriving and asking for nutrients and minerals. Give it what it needs, then feed yourself after that and see what happens to your performance this season. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I know I probably butchered this conversation, but hopefully it sparked a conversation in your head about, do I eat enough vegetables? How can I incorporate more vegetables into my diet? Can I do a smoothie? Like, just adding vegetables into your diet is going to be the very base start. And if you want to learn more, please make sure you reach out to your local registered dietitian and